The RWA crypto sector will be the next wave of crypto millionaires. The total value of the real world asset in the crypto sector as of now is around 8 billion. But the real world asset in the TradFi space, the traditional market space, is around 32 trillion, while the existing protocols, the coins, the crypto real world asset that we buy now will become even larger. After watching this video, anyone can expect to understand why the RWA crypto sector will be the next largest crypto sector in the crypto space. This video took some extra time and some extra effort, so if you like content like this, just hit the like button. So now let's go straight to this video. What are real world asset RWA? Real world assets RWA refers to tangible asset that exist outside the digital realm. Okay, so you all got it with this, right? Real world assets are physical assets, example cars, real estate, bonds, all those that exist outside in the real world. Okay, that is real world asset. Now, real world asset in blockchain, how it represents a unique opportunity, you can say, while being in the blockchain. Here it is. Okay, so the tokenization process. Okay, so now the assets, like example, will take car. Okay, so the car asset can be easily tokenized into the blockchain ecosystem, and right now the blockchain represents a unique opportunity where it can be easily stored, easily used, and easily trackable. Let's talk about the benefits of tokenizing real world asset. So this is the main. Tokenization also aims to lower the cost associated with asset management, such as paperwork, intermediaries, and legal fees, by removing many of the entry barriers prevalent in the traditional financial market. So it removes all these entry barriers while they come into the blockchain. Okay, so now let's talk about the next one. Okay, so challenges in tokenizing real world asset. Okay, so this is the key. Okay, so once you know the challenges that they'll go through, and once they only pass this, you can buy any token and they'll succeed. Okay, so the challenges that are there in crypto are easy. The first one are easily noticeable. Okay, so the first one will be like El Salvador doubles down on Bitcoin. Okay, so you know in El Salvador this law will work and the crypto projects will boom if it's done in El Salvador. Okay, so they need to comply with their country and their laws. Okay, the second country would be a bad example. If you see a Ripple president says SEC on war path with crypto industry. Okay, so you know that if the projects are there in USA, it will kind of be a downtrend for the crypto projects, and we know that they'll have a hard time in just battling the SEC for their project to survive. So more probably their project will fail. Okay, so now let's talk about your next one. If you say the next one of the challenges that they'll face is hacks. Okay, so here's an example. Wormhole cryptocurrency platform hacked for 325 million after error on the GitHub. Okay, so you'll need to know that the projects can get hacked, while this project, the Wormhole bridge, hacked for around $325 million after an error. So now let's talk about your next one that we need to be aware of. While this one, the most popular news, Sam Bankman-Fried sentenced to 25 years in prison for orchestrating FTX fraud. Okay, so you know this exchange FTX, it was in the Bahamas. In short, he was making the users fund as his wallet. Okay, so frauds can take place, so I'll need to know about this. Okay, to date, RWA have been able to get where they are thanks to a handful of market participants competing in layer 1, layer 2s and layer 3s of the RWA stack. Okay, so what is this RWA stack? Okay, so first let me clear out the doubts. It's not a new layer 1 that they're building, but we're calling this the RWA stack. So let me explain the RWA stack. You will get everything that you all need to know. Okay, where the first layer is underwriting legal stuff. So here everything happens on the first layer. All the legal writing to come to the blockchain, it happens on the first layer. Okay, so it's not a new layer, but this is the RWA stack is how they need to implement it on the blockchain so that they don't get caught by the government or their protocol doesn't get closed because they don't follow certain rules in certain countries. Okay, the second is where they tokenize the asset. Over here, transferring NFTs to securitization Navi admin function. Okay, so the second layer will be they tokenize the RWA asset. You're tokenizing asset via NFTs. Okay, so the third layer is here they gave an example P2P liquidity where Aave is an example and Arc also is an example, where the third one will be providing liquidity to these assets like of the tokenizing asset of the NFT that we just in the second layer. So here they took Aave as an example and Arc. So retail and institution borrowing and lending. Okay, so these are the two protocols that will help to put liquidity in these NFTs. Okay, so the third one is layer 4, balance sheet liquidity, where over here they give example of Maker. The fourth layer being a decentralized protocol operating as a cross-chain function ecosystem powered by stablecoin backed by RWA and digital asset. Okay, if you are buying any protocol, it will be anywhere between this. It will either be in layer 1, layer 3, or it will be in layer 4, where it will help the RWA to be on the blockchain. That's called your RWA stack in short. Okay, so here's how early we are. Okay, and here's how much is there on the blockchain. So as of now on this RWA XYZ, you can see that real estate is just going to come. So it's not, you can't click here because it's written coming soon. Real estate is just going to come, and US strategy is already come with around, you can say, only 1.55 billion in total value is there. Stable coins, we know we have stable coins. So commodities is just new in the RWA, where it's around 835 million only is left. This needs to be now trillions, right? And right now real estate is just coming. That's how early we are in this RWA narrative. So the RWA crypto sector as of now is at its early stage, which means there'll be more new crypto projects that will emerge and innovation also in the RWA sector. But the thesis to buy real world asset crypto projects will be to buy projects which have big partners in the traditional financial market. Why you can say traditional financial market? Because those are the first people who actually know all the legal laws that are related to real world assets. So once a crypto project, you can say, partners with a traditional financial market that already is there in the RWA space but not in the crypto sector, in the RWA space traditional sector, you can say it will be easily for them to helping them with the legal compliance that they need to take while being in the crypto sector. You can say that if a project doesn't have that big backing in the traditional financial for RWA, you can say more probably that that project will fail. So here are some of the top RWA coins that have big backers in the traditional financial space and are just introducing themselves to the RWA crypto space. Okay, so what is Chainlink in short? Chainlink is a decent metal layer of Oracle that allows other smart contract platform to use and create dApps of their own. Okay, so the products that they have created for other smart contract platform to use, the well known is cross-chain communication, which is needed for every blockchain. Then the second example is data stream. Then even for NFTs they use this, which is VRF. Now they are going into asset tokenization. That's why it's a main topic that we are going to talk about. As of now, Chainlink has partnered with one of the biggest partners in the TradFi space, TCC, which is a financial market participant for over 50 years, as you can see over here. Okay, so what they have done, they have partnered with Chainlink to create this Smart Navi pilot. Okay, so in short, I'll let you all know what is Smart Navi. Okay, so here's the most simplest form how they explain this here. Okay, what is Smart Navi? In its simplest form, Smart Navi centers around providing the capability to make trusted, verifiable data available on virtually any blockchain network. Okay, so that is Smart Navi. In short, it's a Oracle, the same thing as Chainlink but for the TradFi space. Okay, this is called Smart Navi, where they'll get all the data from the TradFi space. That in short is Smart Navi. So right now they are just creating this Smart Navi. This, if you see the date of this was around May 16th. Okay, it was May 16, 2024. exactly here you can see the Zoom price, right? May 16, 2024. It had this big pump and it went to around $17 from $13.38. You can see that it had this big pump to go to $18. One link. Okay, so you can see that the price impact that's having, and right now it's at $14.08. Okay, so this is a big partnership that they are going to create this smart Navi, and they are entering the real world asset space. Okay, so now let's talk about the next partner here. West has integrated Chainlink CCIP to enable secure cross-chain transfer of VECO. TradFi Space, which is West.io, which is VECO, they've partnered also with Chainlink. They've integrated Chainlink CCIP. Okay, so in short, what is West App? You'll ask me about West App. Okay, so West App is a comprehensive ecosystem for real-world asset RWA tokenization. The West App belongs to the traditional financial space. Okay, so they want to bridge the gap between traditional financial and blockchain technology. Okay, so that is West App. This news is not that Chainlink is partnering with their app. West App is partnering with Chainlink. Okay, so you can see how Chainlink is positioning himself in the RWA sector. Okay, so here's why exactly the RWA crypto sector in the TradFi space, they need Chainlink. Okay, so here's an example given by Chainlink Red Pill. Okay, so here's Chainlink Red Pill. Okay, so here's the image. Okay, so let me explain it to you all. Centralized oracles are a point of failure. Here's the data source. The data source of anything, of any asset. Oh yeah, example you can take is house. Then you can take data source of cryptocurrency of an asset. Then you can take the weather. So here's the data source. And normally a centralized oracle, they have only one node for that. Okay, so why having one node is a bad thing? Here's why one node is really bad. Okay, so let me give you an example where Chainlink only underlined. Here a market glitch on the Nasdaq. Here's the market glitch that around 99% down it was just because of a glitch. Where here's why they got an error, having one node where they are centralized oracle. While as if you say Chainlink, it has thousands of nodes for this each individual data. So there's no point of failure to be even happening where they have many nodes giving that same data feed. So right now Chainlink's market cap, which is around 8.75 billion. Okay, and if you see the fully diluted market cap, which is the main thing, is around 14 billion. You can say that around 6 billion extra is there in the market cap, and the fully diluted valuation should be the same, right? Okay, so the second project is Dusk. And what is Dusk and how is it different from other blockchains? Blockchain, you can say. So here's how it's different. Okay, so most blockchain, you know that they use zero knowledge proof, but Dusk uses zero knowledge proof for privacy reason, whereas other blockchain uses zero knowledge proof for transaction purpose to increase their transaction. Okay, so Dusk uses zero knowledge proof only for privacy reason. That's it. Okay, so here's why mainly Dusk is built for. Mainly for it's focused on businesses and institution, and last we the users come. If you see their main aim, you can see that the Dusk has been wholly privacy first technology to bring classic finance and real world asset on chain. Okay, so this is their main aim, where they want to be, their main focus is on being privacy first blockchain, and they want to bring real world assets to all of our users to use. Right now you can see that the Dusk has not released its mainnet. So right now Dusk is at its testnet phase. And if you want to watch the detailed depth of the testnet when their mainnet is going to launch, watch this video up. Okay, so I'll get the main details on it. Okay, so now let's talk about the big partnership that Dusk has brought to its chain. Okay, so Dusk had partnered with Rwa Capital, where they'll be using Dusk to tokenize and issue real world asset. Where they'll bring on the chain is high yield Italian bonds. Okay, so that Dusk is partnered with Brew. Okay, so now if you see the Dusk token, the market cap is around 147 million and the fully dilution valuation over here is around 175 million. Okay, so there's not that much VCs also to dump. Only there's a difference between the market cap and the fully dilution valuation is only 20 million difference. Okay, so there's not that much difference. And if you see all, okay, so you can see that the overall being in the real world sector, you can see overall that this project can be easily 1 billion. If you see the highest over here is around 96 where they didn't even release their mainnet, which now they're going to release. That also is there, and they're being a institute graded permissional blockchain where they're being, you can say that the value is even more up, where the highest over here you can see is $0.96 of your Dusk, where right now your Dusk is 0.35 cents. Okay, so you can see that it can easily at least be around 500 million market cap for the RWA sector, and overall you see that it can even be more. Okay, so the next project is Polymesh, where Polymesh is an institute graded blockchain built specifically for real world asset. Okay, so that is Polymesh, institute graded built for real world asset. The types of real world asset they are going to bring on the chain is real estates, where we'll talk about real estate also that they're partnered with. They're going to even bring loans, contract, invoices, royalties for music, guarantees, commodities, and fine art. Okay, so here's the partnership that they've done. Right now we're going to talk is, where if you see the date of the partnership is May 22nd, okay, at 2024. So they've just done this partnership, and they are going to, the project, the dApp that's going to be built on Polymesh, which is rare tokens, they are tokenizing $30 million in real estate, and they're going to build this on Polymesh. Okay, where the next news is Binance being a node operator for Polymesh, and this news is on, you can see over here, it's around April 20th 2023. So you know that this project is legit. Okay, so now if you see the overall, you can see right now it's at around $0.41, and if you see the market cap, which we need to see right now, 355 million, and the fully dilution valuation is around 441 million. Okay, so you can see around 110 million extra. Okay, so there's not that much, but you can say there's 110 million extra for VCs to dump on us. And if you see the overall chart of your Polymesh, you can see the lowest it has gone is around over here at around 0.11 cents, and the highest is just now, the highest is around here at around 0.65 cents. Okay, so you can easily create this token also to be at around market cap around $1 billion. Okay, so the next project is Chromia, where the blockchain combines relation database to build their own modular blockchain. If you want an in-depth video of Chromia, you can watch this video, you can watch this pop-up above, where I talk the in-depth detail of Chromia and also of their upcoming mainnet launch. Okay, so you can watch this video here. The big partnerships for Chromia as of now being in the real world asset is here. So projects that are using the Ledger digital asset, the protocol of Chromia, which is Blockhouse, which they are also going to come on chain, Blockhouse technology, fundme.com, which is in real world asset, Emote tokens, where this dApp also is going to come, where they are also in the real world investment. Okay, so these three platforms is going to come on the Chromia blockchain. If you see the overall of Chromia, the CHR token, you can see as of now it's around $0.27, where the market cap, which we have to watch, is 220 million, and the fully dilution valuation is around 260 million. Okay, so around 40 million you can say is extra, so there's not that much VCs also to sell in the fully diluted valuation. You can see the highest that Chromia has ever gone is around here, $1.42, and right now you know that they are being a modular chain, plus they are introducing themselves to RWA projects that's going to be built on Chromia. You know that this, you can easily make it around 2 billion. Okay, the Chromia blockchain. So the next project is Pendle Finance. Okay, so what is Pendle Finance? In short, I'll let you all know. Pendle Finance is a yield trading protocol where users can easily execute trading yield strategies. Okay, so here's an example. Okay, so Pendle Finance has two yield strategies. One is fixed yield, which over here you can see STE, and this second one also, which is a fixed yield, and the next yield is long-term yield. Okay, so if you see their side, they have two yields. One is long-term yield, which is right here, and this is fixed yield, and a mix of both yields. Okay, so that product also have. So right now they are also introducing themselves to real world asset with this headlines, you can say. Okay, so Pendle Finance users can now profit from real world assets. Okay, so the products that they have is, one is SDAI and the second one is FUSDC, where they take the real world asset from a protocol called MakerDAO and Flux Finance. Okay, so right now let's check on the overview of the token. If you see the market cap of Pendle Finance, which is around $873 million, which this is not the main, as you all know, which the fully diluted market cap, which is around 1.455 billion, which if you calculate, you can see around 600 million tokens that VCs are left, you can say, to unlock, right? So here is the Pendle token unlocks. Okay, so right now only 8.94% is locked from all the ones, which is the team, liquidity incentive, advisors, investors, ecosystem fund, liquidity bootstrapping. But our main is on investors because they will just dump the tokens on the market. Okay, so right now from 100%, 8.94% is locked, and from the 100%, 12.43% is investors. Okay, so right now we need to check how much the investors have the tokens. Okay, so now let's go down and check. Okay, so if you see here, the investors is around here. The investors is the red one, which you'll see it over here. The investors one here, right here. You can see that the investors have around 37.42 million Pendle, which is around 209 million. Okay, so it's not a lot, $1 billion in FDV. And if you see also, you can see the upcoming unlocks is around $18,000. Okay, so that's not that much, 0.01%. Okay, so that's how much the investors are getting unlocked through the full year to January next year. Okay, so the FDV and the market cap is quite okay. Okay, so now let's talk about your next project, which is True Finance. Okay, so what is True Finance? True Finance in short is an infrastructure built for on-chain credit, okay, which is mainly focused on borrowing funds for use cases like RWA projects. Okay, so it's mainly focused on only institution borrowing. Okay, so here's an example of right now they loaned around 1.74 billion, and they're giving yield of here, which this yield is around 4.6%, and right now 34.72 million USD is just locked in this True Finance protocol. If you see that here is even their second, this is the one of their product which is they're giving 4%, which is this one. The next one is 14%. This is yearly, so this one is giving 14% yield. This one is giving 11% yield, and this is giving 12% yield. So it's an infrastructure built only for where only institution can borrow funds and where we can get yield by putting our money here. Okay, so now let's talk about your overview of the token. If you see the market cap of this token of True Finance is around 170 million. Okay, so there's not that much also money in this token, 170 million. And if you see the fully diluted market cap, which is the main, which is around 216 million. So in short, you can say only 40 million tokens are left to get unlocked on the market, which is not as much as the other protocols. Okay, so you're seeing that this protocol, there's not that much unlocks going to happen. So more probably this token is going to be on a upwards trend if the narrative of RWA still be there. So the next project is Hifi Finance, where the headline says tokenizing everything, borrow with Hifi. Okay, so here's a project that if they keep doing big partnerships, which I'll even tell you all the partnership they've done, they keep doing big partnership with RWA, which are in the real world. They keep doing this partnership, there'll be a big project. So if they stop doing big partnerships, they'll just stop from here. Okay, so that's the risk that you need to know. See, the partnership that they have done is Crown Ribbon, and if you see what is Crown Ribbon, in short, it's disrupting the 300 billion performance of horse racing industry. Here's how it works. Okay, so let me give you, so here's how they're going to take the horses are added to Crown Ribbon. Crown Ribbon will tokenize the horses, where we can just buy the horse and we can horse compete and breed. Tokenized horse receives dividend. Okay, so this is how they are doing with real horse, first real world asset that was there on Hifi Finance. If you all can guess, it was the vintage car, which is right here. This was their first real world asset, where it was a vintage car. So if you see the market cap of Hifi Finance, it's around $62 million, which is a very small market cap compared to all the projects, and the fully diluted valuation, which is the main, 6 million somewhere there is extra. So there's not that much VCs to dump the token. Okay, so this token is quite risky, you can say, because they need to keep doing that big partnership with real world asset. Okay, so the highest the token has gone is around $2.34. This was exactly the real world asset trend when this height went. Okay, you can see this height went around here. So you know that when it goes at this, when the token goes around here 2.34, you can start selling because the high that it can ever go. Okay, so as of now you can see right now it's around 0.48 cents. Okay, you can also watch the next video if you're interested in real world asset, which is the next token, which is Ondo.